going to show you what our movement looks like, and then we are going to break it down. I'll show you from the front. And from the side. Okay, so before anybody even grabs their bar, we're going to talk about a power belly. In place of using a belt, you want to keep your back nice and safe. So we're going to fill up our belly with air to protect your back. So what you're going to do, take a big deep breath in, push your belly out. We're not sucking in, it's the complete opposite. Big full belly, pretending we have a bar. Let's do a good morning like we did in the warm-up. We're going to hinge at the knees, pause, and pull back up. Let's go ahead and reset. Fill up your belly, hinge, right to our knees, and come right back up. One more time, big belly, and down to the knees, and back up to the top. So using a power belly, again, is going to protect your back, keep everything safe when we are moving with heavy weights, because we are going to work up to 2 reps today. Let's go ahead and grab your bar. Looking down, your feet are hip-width apart. Hands are just outside your hips. If you were to stick your thumbs out, you'd be able to touch your hips. That's about how close your hands should be to you. Perfect. So let's start. Fill up your belly. Pull those shoulders back. Watch me first. What we're going to do is hinge to the top of our knees, and we are going to pause on my count. Big belly, and go. To the top of your knees, pause. Are your shoulders over the bar? And can you wiggle your toes? Perfect. Go ahead and stand. Reset power belly, fill up your belly with air, and go down to your knees, pause. Wiggle your toes. Are your shoulders over the bar? Come back up, squeeze your glutes. One more time. Big belly, down to the knees, pause, and pull. Awesome. So that's half of the movement. Now we're gonna work on going to mid-shin. So I want you to watch me first. When we get to our knees, you see how my knees are pretty straight. I'm not bending like this where I have to go around my knees in the deadlift. When I get to my knees and past them is when my knees are going to break and bend. So we're going to start at the top. On my count, we're going to go to mid-shin and bend those knees after the bar hits your knees. Let's go ahead and go down. Mid-shin, pause. Shoulders tight, wiggle your toes. Pull back up to the top, squeeze your glutes. Power belly. Down, shins, wiggle your toes, and pull. Let's go ahead and do 2 more like that on my count. Fill up your stomach. We're going down. Past your knees is when those knees break. Pause and pull. One more time. Down, mid-shin, pause, and pull. Awesome. I got one more thing I want to work on with you guys. Let's go ahead, load your bar with your warm-up weights. And we're going to talk about pulling the slack out of the bar in about 30 seconds. I'll give you some time. Coming from the top to bottom, but when we're working with deadlifts, we're coming from the floor up to the top. So in your setup, when you look down, the bar should be right over your shoelaces and pulling the slack out of the bar. Can you hear this? You hear that bar moving, but it hasn't gotten off the floor yet? That is the slack. So at the start of your deadlift, pull that slack out, pull those shoulders back, and then pull. When this weight gets heavy and you don't pull that slack out, you're gonna have to pull the bar an extra little bit because you haven't gotten that tight, and it's gonna be harder and harder as you guys get stronger and stronger. So let's everybody go down into your starting position. You're not going to pull the bar off the ground, you're just going to pull the slack out. I want to hear that click, and you're going to pause with the pull. And go. Good. Shoulders are tight, belly's tight, and relax. Let's do that again. Back down into your starting position. Pull that out, nice and tight, and pause. And relax. One more time. Back down. Look where the bar is. It should be right over your shoelaces. Go ahead, pull the slack out. Pause. Awesome. Okay, so that's what we're doing today for our strength. I'm going to give you about 6 minutes to warm up. This is a full 16-minute block. We're going to start with 10 reps, then we have 8 reps, and I'll let you guys know when to start with the 6s and the 4s. Sounds good? Cool. Let's go ahead and get moving.